How can you bring more alignment in your life? What are the expectations that you have and the vision that you were supposed to accomplish by the time that you are reflecting upon these goals in your life? Having a vision for your life and knowing the destination, having at least an expectation of what is going to happen or what did you want to happen is something that will lead you to find direction, that will allow you to find a purpose in your life. What you are doing towards achieving those small goals along the road will lead you to the final destination, but you have to have some kind of expectation, vision, or clarity about your life. So, how can you obtain that? Allow yourself to moments of pause, reflection, and stillness to let the deep messages of your life sink in and download the doorways that are going to be open to you. In fact, we have listened a lot of these phrases and words about alignment, about connection, about your inner voice, about all that spiritual knowledge that you are supposed to have. And how can you find that? Well, it turns out that you already have it. When you were a child, when you were born, you were in total alignment with that source, with that higher power. And we were set up to discover the joy of being in this physical earth. That's why we were curious. That's why we were asking questions. And that's why we enjoy the simplest things of our lives, because we were completely connected with that power, with that source, with that energy. Once we start moving out in our lives, that's when we start being disconnected from that higher source, from that power, because we are being lured, biased, programmed, deviated, or miseducated to follow what other people say, to follow what other people think, and to start having a different kind of direction. They just try to do their best with their knowledge, but many of our parents or caregivers or people around us when we are children try to give us a direction that we really are not supposed to take. We should be more encouraged to listen to our voices, to listen to that intuition, to listen to that drive that we have very attuned in that stage of our lives. So if we are being engaged in that kind of experiences, if we promote that kind of contact with children, they are going to grow much better and they are going to know what they want. They already have one purpose and they already have one direction, and that is given by their soul, and that is given by everyone's soul. So you just have to pay attention to the messages. Many times we have that internal flame, that energy, that voice that is giving us signals, that is trying to give us messages through books, through podcasts, through movies, through encounters, through someone that probably sounds strange or seems strange to know, or some events that happen in our lives, even if they are challenging. So you just have to find the meaning, you just have to reflect on the lesson, and you just have to allow a pause in your life. Because if you keep installing, if you keep in the treadmill, if you keep distracting yourself in the social platforms or in the news or in anything that is external, that is just a way to distract yourself. That is just a way to create chaos, to create mayhem in your life, and to start driving you away from your own soul, from that voice, from that connection, and from that energy that you have within you. That's why many people seem to be confused with their lives or disappointed or frustrated, and you see them walking in the streets just like surviving. That would be the world, because they are just looking either to the floor or they are lost in their sight, and they don't, or they can't appreciate a lot of things that they are being given, because they are constantly driving themselves nuts with thoughts, random thoughts of worry, of things that they just saw in the news, or comparisons that they just saw in the social platforms. And all of that is just creating the same rumination process, the same chaos. And of course, that is going to drive you to have a life where you are going to damage your physical health. Why? Because you are creating chemicals, you are creating hormones, you are creating neurotransmitters, but the negative ones. And those are the ones that are going to create eventually epigenetic marks that will lead you to develop a disease, that will lead you to start being drained in your energy, to not have motivation, to not have passion for anything, and to start in the same cycle, because you get tired, because you don't have energy, and you get on again and again in the same repetitive cycle. That's what happens with more than 80 or 90% of people. They are just driven away from their soul, from their purpose, from their higher connection, because they let themselves be given all the attention into those kind of things. If they have some moments to pause, some time to start writing what they want, to start putting themselves into a direction to accomplish the goals that they want, the life that they want, to start asking questions, that's when life is going to begin. That's when the connection is going to happen. You can read as much books as possible. You can listen as much podcasts as possible. And you can watch as many courses or attend courses or certify yourself in everything. But if you don't apply the things, you are doing just the same. You are just narrating something or depicting something that you are not. You are not being congruent, you are not having the time, and you are not giving yourself the connection that you are going to build up, and the kind of messages that you need to listen to. They are your own, they are your doorways, they are your gifts, but you have to be in stillness, you have to be calm, you have to be in pause, and you have to download them into paper so that you can really appreciate and see the direction that you want to take in your life. That's what alignment is. When you feel connected with you, when you feel that you are doing what you were supposed to do, when you enjoy what you are doing, and when you feel passionate about what you're doing. That's connection, that's alignment. Everyone has it inside. You just have to pause, listen, and connect with your heart, and just start downloading the information and upgrading your system. Thank you for paying attention. Thank you for listening. If you like the message, if it resonates with you, help me to share this content for more people that wants to be awakened. Thank you, Tere, for watching. Have a wonderful Saturday and weekend, and we'll listen to each other next Tuesday. Bye.